So hi guys, welcome back to the Women's Big Bash League 2025. It is the qualifier number 2 and it's a big clash in El Clasico. We can call it the two best teams in the history of the Big Bash, whether it's a men's Big Bash League or the Women's Big Bash League. These two teams are the two best teams in Big Bash history and they are facing up against each other. It is the Sydney Sixers women who are taking on the Perth Scorchers women today. And the winner of today's match will be going through to the final and will be facing the Hobart Hurricanes in the final. So the Sydney Sixers women have won the toss and elected to bowl first. And this match is happening at the North Sydney Oval in Sydney. Maitlan Brown is opening the bowling for the Sydney Sixers women. And Beth Mooney and Catty Mack are opening the batting for the Perth Scorchers women as usual. So we are almost in readiness to get going here. Both the Catty Mack is on strike. The first ball of the match coming up from Maitlan Brown. That's short and wide. Cut away, straight to covers. A dot ball to start. The Hobart Hurricanes women are waiting in the final. They want to see who they are going to face in the final. Second ball of the innings. Oh, that's guided pass, short third man, and they'll run away for 4. So the first boundary of the innings. Just a gentle push. And found the gap beautifully. Catty Mack gets off the mark with a boundary. Oh, this time it's a wide down the leg side and a fumble from Alyssa Healy as well. So they'll get another extra run, will they? No, they have not run it. So it's just a wide. So Maitlan Brown has to reload that one again. So slightly sloppy start here from the Sixers bowlers. Third ball of the over. That's driven again in the gap. Another boundary. The ball is racing across the outfield. The second boundary in this over from Catty Mack. Well, this opening partnership can be very dangerous for the Sydney Sixers. They need to break this opening partnership as quick as possible. Catty Mack picks up another boundary. The fourth ball of the over. Again, short and wide, not the best of deliveries. Catty Mack goes for the cut shot and doesn't make connection. But Maitlan Brown has been erring in line and length in this over. That is why she has conceded 2 boundaries itself. And again now short and wide, not the best of deliveries. Got to be bowling it on the stumps. That's back of the length, punched away again by Catty Mack, straight to point. Another dot ball here. Last ball of the over. Again punched away by Catty Mack. Ball is racing across the outfield. It's towards deep point and picks up another single to finish the over. So good first over here for the Perth Scorchers. 10 runs came from that first over. And the Perth Scorchers women are 10 for 1 after... Perth Scorchers women are 10 without loss after 1 over. So Lauren Chiatil is into the attack now. She's going to bowl the second over in this innings. The Sydney Sixers finished second in the points table. That's why they are playing in this game. Perth Scorchers women won over the Melbourne Stars in the eliminator in the previous match. Here's Chiatil. That's on the stumps. Catty Mack defends it to covers. Another dot ball to start the over. This Catty Mack is a serious talent. We even saw in the previous match against Melbourne Stars the way she was finding the gaps, the way she was hitting the boundaries. Obviously, these are the positions of Sydney Sixers in the points table. The Scorchers finished third, Sixers finished second. So Sydney Sixers directly qualified for this clash. Oh, that's driven down the ground. Not much power in it. Madon comes around, does well. Another dot ball. I think this is exactly what the Sydney Sixers need to be doing. They need to bowl dot balls, create some pressure, maybe try and make them play a false shot. Only way to pick up a wicket, because you need to break this opening partnership. A very, very dangerous opening partnership for the Perth Scorchers. Oh, outside the off stump, Catty Mack goes for the drive, misses it. Another dot ball. Well, I keep on saying actually, Sydney Sixers taking on the Perth Scorchers in a Big Bash clash is equivalent to Chennai Super Kings taking on Mumbai Indians in the IPL. It is equal to that high-octane clash. Because it's two successful teams looking to flick it away there. Appeal for LBW was there, but I think missing leg stump. Because, it's again the two best teams in BBL clashing against each other. If Chennai Super Kings takes on Mumbai Indians, it will be two best teams of the IPL. So, similar kind of intensity will be there in both the clashes. Two more deliveries left in this over. And gives herself room. Oh, was that a chance? It's gone through. It's gone through point. Catty Mack picks up the single. But was that a catching opportunity there? Yes, it was. The catch has been put down at point. Oh dear. I just talked about picking up early wickets. The catch has been put down. Now, how costly is that going to be for the Sydney Sixers? So Mooney is back on strike for the first time in this match. Last ball of the over coming up. And that's full and driven beautifully through the covers. And that'll run away for 4 as well. What a way to get going. First ball gets an over pitch delivery and she's driven it through the covers for 4 to finish the over. So 5 runs came from that over. And the Perth Scorchers women are 15 without loss after 2 overs. The weather forecast is a little concerning. 100% chance of rain today. But if it rains though, then Sydney Sixers will have the advantage because they finished second. Scorchers finished third. And Catty Mack comes down the wicket and drives it down the ground to Madon and picks up another single. Maitlan Brown continuing into her second over. I think there's an issue with the stumps. That's what they're checking out. So back in readiness. Beth Mooney is back on strike. That's on the pads. Tickled away towards deep fine leg and picks up another single. Oh, a straight delivery there. Catty Mac looking to flick it away leg side. Gets hit on the pads, the top of the pad probably. So this is a good start to the over from Maitland Brown. It's full this time, driven towards covers. Another dot ball. So this is a good over so far. There's 2 runs from this over, still 2 balls left. Now comes down the wicket, gets an inside edge, it's towards deep fine leg. And Catty Mac picks up another single. A wild drive attempted there, inside edge. Last ball of the over. Ooh, Mooney gives herself room and drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish that over. 3 runs came from that over. And the Perth Scorchers women are 18 without loss after 3 overs. It's a strong batting lineup, the Scorchers batting lineup. They still have Maddie Darkey, Sophie Devine, Freya Kemp and Peg Schofield to come after this. Very, very strong batting lineup. Lauren Seattle continuing into the attack. That's flicked away straight to the fielder. Again a dot ball to start. So the current run rate is 5.68. Oh, this time comes down the wicket, looks to hit it leg side, but not able to make enough connection. Another dot ball. Well, that's swept away and that'll run away for 4. Very, very strong batter, this Catty Mac. Finds the gaps to perfection. Picks up another boundary here. It was on the pads. And Catty Mac swept it away beautifully. Well, that's swept away again, but this time it's gone over. All the way for 6 over deep mid-wicket. For a moment, the deep mid-wicket fielder was interested, but it's gone so flat and it's somehow cleared that fielder for the first 6 of this innings. And Catty Mac is starting to look dangerous. This time, Catty Mac gives herself room and drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball. Well, Catty Mac was dropped at point. I think just 1.5 overs earlier. She was put down. And maybe that drop catch is going to prove costly. Last ball of the over coming up. Gives herself room. Heaves it leg side towards deep mid wicket. Good fielding at deep mid wicket. Coming back for the second here. That's good running as well. Another couple of runs to finish the over. An expensive over from Lawrence Seattle. 12 runs came from that over. And the Perth Scorchers women are 30 without loss after 4 overs. So, Ash Gardner is the new bowler into the attack now for the Sydney Sixers women. Beth Mooney is on strike. Ooh, was looking to drive there an inside edge towards short fine leg. Another dot ball to start the over. So Gardner bowling to her fellow countryman. Now Mooney comes down the wicket, goes straight down the ground, it clears mid-on, and that's 1 bounce into the boundary for 4. So Beth Mooney on the attack here. Doesn't matter whether you are a fellow countrywoman or not. I am going to take you on. Picks up another boundary. This time a quicker ball, it's pulled away by Mooney. 1 bounce to deep mid wicket and picks up another single. That's tossed up again. Catty Mac comes down the wicket and flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Oh, it's a wide down the leg side as Healy made it back. Oh my goodness, it's a missed stumping. It's a missed stumping, I think. It was a wide down the leg side. You can be stumped off a wide, but Healy fumbled it. Not for the first time, not for the last time. I think we are going to see Alyssa Healy fumbling something behind the stumps in a knockout match. We saw it in the Women's World Cup semi-final as well. Her wicket-keeping skills, I don't know what is happening. The umpires have gone upstairs to have a look, but I think Mooney has made it back here. Healy has fumbled it big time. Yes, Mooney has made it back. So that's going to be a missed stumping here. Because if Healy had collected it on the first attempt, that would have been out, but she fumbled it and Mooney made it back. So that will go down as a missed stumping and a wide as well. Alyssa Healy of late, her wicket keeping, she needs to work on it. Can't be fumbling like this. That's full this time, driven down the ground by Mooney towards long off. and picks up another single. We saw it in the Women's World Cup as well. Jemima Rodriguez was dropped. One of the most simplest catches you'll ever see for a wicket keeper. She couldn't take it. And India women ended up eliminating Australia. So, I mean, you need the small moments make a big difference in these kind of matches. As we come to the end of this over, 8 runs came from that over. And the Perth Scorchers women are 38 without loss after 5 overs. So Amelia Kerr is the new bowler into the attack now for the Sydney Sixers. Beth Mooney is on strike. That's short and wide, cut away, finds the gap, and that'll run away for 4. That's a great start to the over here for Beth Mooney and the Perth Scorchers. Short and wide from Amelia Kerr, and Mooney found the gap beautifully. Second ball of the over now. That's cut away again, straight to covers. Another dot ball. Ooh, came down the wicket there. Pulls it away towards deep mid wicket. And Mooney picks up another single. Amelia Kerr is a clever bowler. I would say a much better bowler than a batter these days. Well, comes down the wicket, slog sweeps it in the gap for 4 as well. Catty Mack also finds the boundaries from time to time. The boundaries are flowing for the Scorchers. This time comes down the wicket, takes it on the full, finds the gap, and another boundary towards deep extra covers. How do you stop these boundaries here if you are the Sydney Sixers? Because these two batters we saw even in the previous match, even the Melbourne Stars didn't have a clue. An opening partnership of 100 plus, and now again a 50 run opening partnership here. Is this one of the best opening partnerships you will see in BBL, women's BBL history? We need to see that though, because the Hobart Hurricanes themselves are having good opening partnerships. Last ball of the over. Comes down the wicket, drives it towards mid-off, good fielding at mid-off. And Catty Mack picks up another single to finish the over. So 14 runs came from that over. And the Sydney Sixers women, Perth Scorchers women are 52 without loss after 6 overs. And I seriously don't understand why Teams always want to field first after winning the toss. Why don't you win the toss, bat first, post a score on the board, and then try and defend it? Because now, again, I'm telling you, if the Scorchers get to 170, 180, again chasing will become tough in the second innings. So why even get into that risk? You're winning the toss. Even in the previous match also, I'm saying Melbourne Stars, they won the toss, elected to bowl first. I mean, I understand that they are thinking that if they can restrict the Scorchers to maybe 130, 140, they can chase it down. But there's no guarantee, isn't it? There's no guarantee that you will restrict the opposition to 130, 140 every time. What if they score 170, 180? What if they score 200? Will you chase down 200? You need to be ready to chase down anything. You can't say, only if I restrict you to 130, 140, I can chase it down. The opposition can score how many? If you have a bad day with the ball, they'll score 200 plus. And that's straight away game over in women's cricket. Because you can't chase 200 in T20 cricket, particularly in women's. So why even get into that risk? Ooh, that just landed short of third man. So Elise Perry now has conceded 2 runs in her first 2 balls. $1 million question no one can ever answer. Teams winning the toss, electing to bowl first and then struggling in run chases. We have seen this not only in this tournament, even in many other tournaments we see. I mean, they are so confident of chasing something down. They think that they have the bowling to restrict the opposition. The opposition will score 200 plus and that will kill your ego then. Right there, your ego will be vanished. Because you think you can chase down anything. They will score 220. You chase down 220 if you want. Then win the toss, bat first, post a score on the board. You can put scoreboard pressure on the opposition. Teams just don't understand this simple policy. They always want to chase and get into scoreboard pressure. That's cut away in the gap. 1 bounce, 4. Beautifully cut away there by Catty Mack, once again giving herself room and cutting it away. This opening partnership continues to grow for the Scorchers. That's back of the length, punched away again towards deep point and picks up another single. Nowadays, the teams losing the toss will have an advantage. Because if they win the toss, they are going to opt to chase. Opposition will score 170 and then you will choke in the run chases. So better not win the toss. Because you need to bat first, then only you can win. That's cut away, goes through point. That's another boundary here. The second boundary in this over. This time it's Beth Mooney, finds the gap to perfection. And now Sydney Sixers are facing the music against the Scorchers team. Last ball of the over. That's pulled away again towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. So many expensive overs here from the Sixers bowlers. Another expensive one. 13 runs came from that over. And the Perth Scorchers women are 65 without loss after 7 overs. So Ash Gardner continuing into her second over. Mooney gives herself room, punches it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. And this time, Catty Mac comes down the wicket, hits it in the air, and finally, finally the opening partnership has been broken for the Scorchers. It looked unbreakable till now. Catty Mac mistimed one. It offers a simple catch at mid-off, and the Sydney Sixers fans and the Sydney Sixers players will be relieved because it looked as though both these batters can never get out. That is how both these batters were batting. Finally, Gardner gets the breakthrough. Catty Mac is gone after scoring 40 runs from 30 balls. And Perth Scorchers women are 66 for 1 after 7.2 overs. So Sophie Devine is the new batter to the crease for the Perth Scorchers women. And finally, after ages, the Scorchers opening partnership has been dismissed. Because even in the previous match against the Melbourne Stars, they had a 100+ opening partnership. Today also they were threatening to take the game away like hell actually, before Catty Mac got dismissed now. And this time Sophie Devine drives it towards covers. Again a dot ball. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Oh, it's another good delivery there. Quicker ball. Devine drives it towards covers for another dot ball. Ooh, goes for the big shot there. Gets the bottom half of the bat. Devine gets off the mark with a single. The last ball of the over coming up. That's a full delivery on the pads. Mooney flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Catty Mac, and the Perth Scorchers women are 68 for 1 after 8 overs. So Amelia Kerr is back into the attack, into her second over. Coming around the wicket to Beth Mooney. And don't offer width to Mooney, that's a crime, criminal offence. You will be put in jail if you offer width to Mooney. She will put you in jail. And this time around, cut it straight to point and picks up another single to start the over. Mooney will put you in jail, not a police. Because she will hit boundaries. So Sophie Devine is now back on strike. It's short this time. Divine pulls it away towards a deep square leg and picks up another single. Amelia Kerr and Sophie Devine, New Zealand teammates. They'll know each other. They won the T20 World Cup together. Third ball of the over coming up. It's tossed up. Mooney slog sweeps towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. That shot this time, pulled again. Oh, Lance just shot. Lance just shot of Ellis Perry at deep mid wicket. And Devine picks up another single. Very nearly hit it straight down the throat of that fielder there. They say even bad balls get you wickets. That was one of the instances almost happened. That shot again. Pulled away by Mooney towards deep mid wicket. They'll push for 2. Yes, it is. Another couple of runs for Beth Mooney. So this is a good over from Amelia Kerr. Last ball of the over coming up. And that's cut away towards deep extra covers. And picks up another single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over. And the Perth Scorchers women are 75 for 1 after 9 overs. So Lauren Seattle is back into the attack now. And that's a short ball. It pulled away in the gap for 4 from Mooney. I told you don't bowl short to Beth Mooney. Very, very strong with the pull shot and the cut shot and the drive shot as well. Either of the deliveries you bowl, Mooney will put you in jail. That is what I was saying. And again a boundary to start the over. This time Fullen on the pads and flicked away for another boundary here. So back-to-back boundaries from Mooney. First ball was a short ball. This time around, full angling onto the pads. And unfortunately the Sixers bowlers, they are not consistent with their lines and lengths. The runs are flowing here. So third ball of the over coming up. That's full again, driven through the covers. Picks up another single. Such a situation, even the Sydney Sixers are not able to handle the might of Perth Scorchers, who didn't start well in this season though. But they picked up momentum towards the back end of their group stages. And now seriously, this batting lineup of the Perth Scorchers is looking very, very dangerous. Seattle now coming around the wicket to Devine. That's a full delivery driven towards covers. Another dot ball from Lauren Seattle. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Oh, that's cut away over the top of point, and that runs away for 4 as well. Once again, too much width offered by Lauren Seattle, and Divine throwing her hands at it and picks up another boundary, the third boundary in this over for the Scorchers. Last ball of the over, and Divine drives it down the ground to mid-off. And another dot ball to finish the over. 13 runs came from that over, and the Perth Scorchers women at the halfway mark of this innings are 88 for 1 after 10 overs. And it's also the time for the drinks break. So we come to the end of the drinks break. Second ball of the over coming up. First ball, Mooney took the single. Now Divine is on strike. Here's Maitlan Brown. And Divine goes big. It's high in the air. Fielder at long on. Takes the catch. And the second wicket goes down for the Scorchers. Sophie Divine not able to get hold of it. A simple catch at long on, and Maitlan Brown strikes for the Sydney Sixers, brought back into the attack to pick up a wicket. And she has broken this partnership. Much needed breakthrough for the Sixers. Sophie Divine not able to make a big contribution. She is out after scoring 7 runs from 9 balls. And the Perth Scorchers women are 89 for 2 after 10.2 overs. So Peg Schofield is the new batter to the crease for the Perth Scorchers women. The third ball of the over coming up. It's a full delivery. Schofield drives it straight to covers. And another dot ball from Maitland Brown. So Schofield has scored 120 runs in the season so far. It's another good Yorker, driven again towards covers. Fumble allows the single to get completed. They still have Maddie Darkey and Freya Kemp after this, both dangerous batters. So Mooney is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Good over for the Sixers so far. Well, that's fully driven down the ground for 4 as well. So very good over until that point, but Mooney spoils it by hitting another boundary here. Last ball of the over. And Mooney gives herself room, gets an inside edge towards the keeper. And will pick up another single to finish the over. Still a good over, but 7 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Sophie Devine. And the Perth Scorchers women are 95 for 2 after 11 overs. So the power surge has been taken, 9 overs left in this innings. And Gardner is continuing into her 3rd over, has had a good spell so far. Coming over the wicket to Mooney, full toss, and that's put away. And that's all the way, I think. Is it? All the way for 6, 100 comes up for the Scorchers. With that 6, what a loose delivery from Gardner to start. Mooney puts it away, moves to 49 now with that 6. This time it's tossed up. Mooney drives it down the ground to mid-on and picks up another single, and it's another half century here for Beth Mooney. Back to back half centuries in this competition. 50 from just 27 balls with 7 boundaries and 1 sixer at a strike rate of 185.19. Outstanding batting. Oh, Schofield swings and misses this time. Another dot ball from Gardner. So 4th ball of the over coming up. That's on the pads, and Schofield flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Ooh, appeal for LBW, maybe pitching outside leg. Mooney picks up another single. Umpire says not out. Pitching outside leg. It will be 1 leg by though. So last ball of the over. Oh, that's a quicker delivery with so much revs. Schofield goes for the cut shot and misses it. So just 9 runs. 9 runs came from that over. And the Perth Scorchers women are 104 for 2 after 12 overs. So Amelia Kerr is into her third over now. Beth Mooney is on strike. Amelia Kerr coming around the wicket to Mooney. Oh, Mooney going for the cut shot and inside edge. It gets it past fine leg. They'll push for 2. And they'll get it. It's a couple of runs to start the over. This time Mooney punches it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Well, Schofield goes for the slug sweep and gets it all the way for 6. What a clean strike. So if you thought you can bowl to Schofield instead of Beth Mooney, well then Schofield is showing her power hitting capabilities. Picks up her first 6. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Goes for the sweep again and goes all the way again. Back-to-back 6s from Peg Schofield. And Amelia Kerr is feeling the pressure here. This time it was much flatter from Schofield. She likes that slog sweep. Once again nails it to perfection. Goes for the sweep again. It's up in the air. Keeper Lisa Healy can catch a ball finally. Finally a catch has been taken by Lisa Healy in knockout cricket. She shows that she can catch a ball. I thought she was going to drop it there. But no, catch has been taken. And Amelia Kerr strikes back after conceding 2 6s. Once again Schofield went for the same sweep shot. And Amelia Kerr's eyes tell the story. She's got her revenge there. So Peg Schofield is gone after scoring 14 runs from 8 balls. And the Perth Scorchers women are 119 for 3 after 12.5 overs. Now when Alisa Healy came underneath that ball, I thought I was afraid that she might drop it actually. Because she's not been at her best at all behind the stumps. Even today, if you see a missed stumping opportunity against Mooney, is costing the Sydney Sixers at the moment. And Maddie Darkey is the new batter to the crease. So last ball of the over coming up. Tossed up, cut away by Maddie Darkey towards point. Another dot ball to finish that over. 15 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Peg Schofield. And the Perth Scorchers women are 119 for 3 after 13 overs. The bowling change here, Maddie Villiers is the new bowler into the attack for the Sydney Sixers women. Still 7 overs left in this innings and the Scorchers again pushing towards 120, 170, 180 probably. Mooney goes for a sweep, little bit of a half appeal for LBW. Not out is the decision and Mooney picks up another single. This time Maddie Darkey moves across her stumps, sweeps it towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Oh, that's on the pads. Will it be a wide? Or has it gone off the pad? Maybe it's gone off the pad. Leg by single it is. This is a good over. If the Sydney Sixers are not conceding a boundary in an over, that is a good over for them. Oh, goes for the reverse sweep. Again a fumble by Alyssa Healy. Allows the single. Chance of run out was there at the non-strikers then. But Maddie Villiers also let it go through. What is happening with the fielding of Sydney Sixers at the moment? The keeper fumbled it, so did the bowler. All she had to do was collect it and take the bails off. An easy run out. That has also been missed. And now Mooney slog sweeps it. Chance of run out. Oh dear, very slow throw. Slow throw. Should have collected and thrown it immediately. Mooney picks up another single. Good over so far though. 5 runs from this over. Maddie Darkey is back on strike. Comes down the wicket and hits it down the ground to long on. Picks up another single to finish the over. Good over from Maddie Villiers. 6 runs came from that over. And the Perth Scorchers women are 125 for 3 after 14 overs. So there's a bowling change here. Courtney Sippel is the new bowler into the attack for the Sydney Sixers. Oh, that's a good wide yorker, but again the keeper fumbling it. What is happening with Alyssa Healy behind the stumps? That should have been a dot ball, but fumbles it. It goes through and a by single again to start the over. What is happening with Alyssa Healy? Is it I don't know, like, is it because of her age, or I don't know what is happening these days. Like, she just can't catch a simple cricket ball, just collect it. Come on, basic keeping. She is a wicket keeper. You can't be allowing so many singles, so many easy singles. That's a wide, and that goes through as well. That'll run away for 4 as well. So bonus runs here for the Scorchers. Wide plus the 4. 5 extra runs to the total. It's getting from bad to worse for the Sydney Sixers at the moment. This time it's full and wide, and Mooney drives it over point towards deep point and picks up another single. It's a full delivery. Darky drives it down the ground. Oh, another fumble here. What the hell is going on? Doesn't cost anything extra. Just a single from Addy Darky. Oh, it's on the pads. And it goes through. Short fine leg. And that'll run away for 4 as well. Second boundary in this over. Don't know whether it went off the bat or the pad, but the boundaries are flowing whenever Mooney is on strike. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. That's on the pads again. This is horrible bowling from Courtney Sippel. But Mooney will pick up another single. Another expensive over here. 13 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. So last ball of the over. Oh, gives herself room again. Alyssa Healy fumbles it. Alyssa Healy fumbling in knockouts is a never-ending love story. But still, short third man fielder backed it up. So another dot ball to finish the over. 13 runs came from that over. And the Perth Scorchers women are 138 for 3 after 15 overs. So Maddie Villiers is going to continue into her second over. 5 overs left in this innings, and again Scorchers pushing towards 180. It's a full toss. Mooney comes down the wicket, drives it towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. The opposition teams are just not able to take wickets against the Scorchers. I don't know why. If they can break the opening partnership early, get a few early wickets, put the pressure, I don't think Scorchers will, every time they are scoring 170, 180. Ooh, Maddie Darky moved across, looks to sweep there. Not able to make connection. The opposition teams are allowing the Scorchers to just score the runs so freely. Even a team as good as Sydney Sixers, they are not able to stop the Scorchers. That comes down the wicket, goes through. It goes towards long off, and Maddie Darky picks up another single. Sydney Sixers women, of course, they've also won the championship before. Comes down the wicket, Mooney heaves it leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Well, whether the Sixers can chase down 170, 180, I'm not really sure actually. The only team to chase that kind of a total multiple times this season is Hobart Hurricanes. They are already in the final. Comes down the wicket, drives it through the gap. That'll run away for 4. Such a quick outfield there at the North Sydney Oval. But once you find the gap, there's no stopping the ball. And Maddie Darkey picks up her first boundary in this innings. This time, Maddie Darkey goes for the sweep. And it's gone towards short fine leg. They'll pick up a single. It's a wide plus the single. Plenty of extras in this innings from the Sixers bowlers. And Maddie Villiers has to reload that one again. Last ball of the over. And Mooney hits it down the ground. Pick up another single to finish the over. So 10 runs came from that over. And the Perth Scorchers women are 148 for 3 after 16 overs. So Amelia Kerr is back into the attack now, into her last over. Coming around the wicket with Mooney. Mooney slog sweeps. In the gap, 1 bounce, 2 bounces, into the boundary for 4. The 150 comes up for the Scorchers. 150 comes up in just 16.1 overs. Mooney moves to 67 with that boundary. This time it's short again, pulled away again by Mooney. It's in the gap and another boundary here. So back-to-back boundaries to start this over. Amelia Kerr dragged it a little shorter this time, but still the same result. They can even push towards 200, I'm afraid, if they keep hitting boundaries like this. Beth Mooney now has the most number of 4s in this tournament, I guess. I mean, in the history of WBBL probably. Third ball of the over coming up. That's tossed up. Mooney flicks it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. Alyssa Healy missed a stumping of Mooney early on in the innings. Once again, it will come down to that. And that is proving to be costly now. I think there's a reason why Alyssa Healy went unsold in the WPL auction. I think the teams have done the right thing. She can't even catch a simple ball behind the stumps. And Darkey hits it leg side in the air and taken finally at deep mid wicket. So wicket goes down against the run of play. Was looking for the maximum there. Maddie Darkey didn't get enough timing on it. And a simple catch at deep mid wicket. And maybe that will provide some relief to the Sydney Sixers. The way runs have been flowing in this innings. They needed to keep taking wickets. Got the wicket here of Maddie Darkey. So Maddie Darkey is gone after scoring 9 runs from 11 balls. The Perth Scorchers women are 157 for 4 after 16.4 overs. Coming back to what I was saying, Alisa Healy can't even catch a simple ball. How many fumbles, how many catches dropped, how many missed stumping opportunities. I think maybe this is why many people had the doubt why Alisa Healy didn't get sold to any team in the WPL auction. We have got the reason now. Now just tell me, WPL final, an important catch comes, Alisa Healy under the ball, will you trust her to take the catch? You won't. She has to prove herself behind the stumps, otherwise it will be tough. Freya Kemp now the new batter to the crease. That's cut away by Freya Kemp straight to point. Another dot ball. Last ball of the over. And Freya Kemp comes down the wicket, defends it to covers and picks up another quick single to finish the over. The 10 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Maddie Darkey. The Perth Scorchers women are 158 for 4 after 17 overs. Alisa Healy has to improve her wicket keeping if she wants to continue. It's not enough she bats. If she keeps on letting go of balls like this, she's not. How many fumbles we have seen? How many by singles she's leaving? Wide boundaries, by singles, leg by singles. She's not even able to stop the ball. Just catch it cleanly. Simple thing for a wicket keeper. And this is not the first time actually. She did this in the World Cup semi-final as well against India. That is why India got so many free runs. So unless she improves her wicket keeping, it will be very, very tough. Lauren Seattle now back into the attack. How is Boulder? Knocked her over. Freya Kemp moving across her stumps, went too much across her stumps, was looking to paddle it away and has lost her stumps in the process. And now are the Sixers trying to get back into this game here. Mooney is still there though, but they are running out of batters at the moment. Freya Kemp, a dangerous batter, has been dismissed early today. Lauren Seattle gets the important breakthrough. Freya Kemp is gone after scoring just 1 run from 3 balls. And the Perth Scorchers women are 158 for 5 after 17.1 overs. So Alana King is the new batter to the crease for the Perth Scorchers women. Every time she's there with the bat at the end for the Scorchers. Second ball of the over coming up. Seattle switches over the wicket now. And that's driven down the ground by Alana King straight to mid-off. Another dot ball from Lauren Seattle. I think Beth Mooney will be telling Alana King to give the strike to her because Mooney is the aggressive hitter. Set batter, batting on 72 from 42 balls. That's a short ball, it's cut away in the air and finds the gap. That'll run away for 4. What a shot from Alana King. We are talking about giving the single to Mooney. Why even worry about taking the single when you can hit it yourself? Gets off the mark with a boundary. This time it's full again, driven through the covers again for another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries from Alana King. Doesn't matter whether it's a batter or the bowler, run flows continue. Seriously, they can push towards 180 from here. And that's enough to defend in women's T20 cricket. So Seattle now coming around the wicket. That's a better delivery, driven down the ground to mid-off. Another fumble, another misfield. But it doesn't cost anything extra. Alana King picks up another single. This is already a good score, mind you, actually. In women's T20 cricket, this is a good score. In men's T20 cricket, you need 200. Simple as that. Last ball of the over. And that's gone past the field red square leg for another 4. Bowling it on the pads to Mooney, the biggest criminal offence in the world. Picks up another boundary. 13 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Rhea Kemp. And the Perth Scorchers women are 171 for 5 after 18 overs. So Maitland Brown is going to be bowling the penultimate over. Still 2 overs left in this innings. And I don't know how the Sixers are going to chase this down. Because there's a limit to the women's cricket actually. Very rarely you see 200 plus totals getting chased down in women's cricket. They can't even chase down 190, 180. Ooh, that's a full delivery inside edge to the keeper. And Alana King picks up another single to start the over. That is a big limit in women's cricket actually. Because if it was men's cricket, it will be even 200 plus. You are never guaranteed in men's cricket to defend it. Because the men they have power. Like the required run rate is around 9 or 10. You can trust that the men's players will hit a 6 when it's needed. Women can't do that, unfortunately. There's way too many chases, you see them choke. That's appeal for LBW. Finger goes up. That's a big one. That's a huge one. Beth Mooney. She's gone straight away, gone for the review here, but that could be the biggest wicket possible towards the end of this innings for the Sixers. Went across her stumps, was looking for the scoop shot there. Gets hit on the pads. And I think that's plumb enough, unless this is pitching outside leg. That's surely pitching in line. No bat involved in that. I'll move to ball tracking. Pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting, and that is the end of Beth Mooney, and that is a huge wicket here for the Sydney Sixers. The last recognized batter walking back, the finger goes up again from the umpire. The 6th wicket goes down for the Perth Scorchers, but the damage has been done, we can say. Beth Mooney is out after scoring 76 runs from 44 balls, and the Perth Scorchers women are 172 for 6 after 18.2 overs. So Chloe Ainsworth is the new batter to the crease for the Scorchers. Two bowling all-rounders at the crease for the Scorchers now. Third ball of the over coming up. That's a slow ball. Ainsworth flicks it away towards square leg and gets off the mark with a single. The thing is, even nine balls left in this innings, even 9 singles will take them above 180. And once they go above 180, in women's T20 cricket, I'm afraid it's a tough chase. Because we even saw in the previous match, where Melbourne Stars, they were chasing around this similar kind of a total. They were chasing 174. They got off to a fantastic start actually. The first 10 overs, they were 86 for 1. They needed around 88 runs to win in the last 10 overs with 9 wickets in hand. You give that to any men's team. You give that to Chennai Super Kings. You give that to even the men's team of the Melbourne Stars. They will take it with both hands and chase it down. It's only in women's cricket where you see where nothing is guaranteed until the last run, the last ball is bowled, nothing is guaranteed. As we see another dot ball from Maitland Brown. The last ball of the over coming up. That's a slow ball. It's pulled away by Ainsworth towards deep mid wicket. Good fielding there. And another couple of runs to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Beth Mooney. And the Perth Scorchers women are 176 for 6 after 19 overs. So Ash Gardner is bowling the last over for the Sydney Sixers women. Oh, it's bowled her. It was a full toss. Alana King gave herself room, looking to drive. Even Gardner has a smile on her face there. Missed it completely, has crashed into middle stump. And a wicket to start the over. 7th wicket goes down. You're down to the full tail-enders now, the Perth Scorchers. And still 5 balls left in this innings. A very important breakthrough for the Sydney Sixers. Gardner strikes. Alana King is gone after scoring 11 runs from 7 balls. And the Perth Scorchers women are 176 for 7 after 19.1 overs. So Lily Mills is the new batter to the crease for the Scorchers. And that's flicked away by Lily Mills towards deep mid wicket and gets off the mark with a single. This time Ainsworth gives herself room, drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single here. 3 more deliveries left in this innings. Oh, goes up in the air. No timing. Fielder takes another catch. 2nd wicket in the over for Gardner. And Lily Mills is also walking back. Was looking to drive it in the air. Didn't get any timing at all. Really good catch at covers. And we can say that the Sydney Sixers are somewhat, they are trying to come back into this game now. So Lily Mills is gone after scoring 1 run from 2 balls, and the Perth Scorchers women are 178 for 8 after 19.4 overs. So Ruby Strange is the new batter to the crease. 2 more deliveries left in this innings. Oh, goes for the big shot. It's missed the keeper as well. A keeper never stops the ball, isn't it? In her life, she will never stop a ball in knockout cricket. A bicycle completed. And now Chloe Ainsworth is back on strike for the last ball of the innings. Oh, goes for the reverse, gets it past the fielder. That'll run away for 4. What a way to finish. They have crossed 180 eventually. And the Perth Scorchers women finished their 20 overs on 183 for 8, which is, I think, already a good total. I seriously don't know how Sixers are going to chase this down in women's T20 cricket. 7 runs came from that last over, including 2 wickets. Sixers tried to come back a little bit, but they conceded way too many extras, way too many boundaries, way too many extra runs conceded. And I think that is where Scorchers got to 180 in the end, which is a psychological total already. And I think we can say that the Perth Scorchers women have 1 foot in the final now. Because I doubt in women's T20 cricket, I'll never trust the women's teams to chase down 180, 190 in T20 cricket. If it was men's cricket, I will say win. The chasing team can win it. But women's cricket, the women have never shown it consistently that they can chase down these totals. Although, still anything can happen. So the top scorer in that innings was Beth Mooney, actually. A fantastic knock of 76 from 44 balls. And in the end, some small contributions from Alana King, Chloe Ainsworth, Peg Schofield, Catty Mack. All of them took the Scorchers to 183 for 8. So the Sydney Sixers women, when they come out to bat, will need 184 runs to win from their full quota of 20 overs to win this match and qualify for the WBBL final of 2025. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So we come to the end of the innings break, and Sydney Sixers need a massive 184 runs to win this match. Well, according to the stats, 178 is the highest successful run chase at the North Sydney Oval in Sydney in WBBL history. So Sydney Sixers women have to rewrite history if they want to win this game and qualify for the final. Because if the Scorchers make it through to the final, I think they are a very, very dangerous team against the Hobart Hurricanes. Because Hobart Hurricanes, they are a little over-reliant on their top order. The Perth Scorchers also, they are reliant on Beth Mooney though. Mooney has been performing so consistently for them. But I feel if the Scorchers get into the final, they become a very dangerous team. And again, Hobart Hurricanes, if they win the toss, that might spell doom for them because they'll opt to bowl first. And again, Scorchers will score this 180 there. So that is the biggest problem actually. So nowadays, teams win the toss only to cause themselves pain. That is what the Melbourne Stars did in the previous match. That is what the Sixers have done today. That is what the Hobart Hurricanes will do in the final also. They win the toss and they'll cause trouble for themselves by bowling first instead of batting first. Anyways, Amy Edgar opening the bowling here. Straight away appeal for LBW. The umpire says not out. Sophia Dunkley and Elise Perry opening the batting. Remember early on in this tournament, I think the first match of the season, first match or second match, I don't remember. These two batters formed, they were chasing only 110 runs against the same Scorchers team. And they formed a 110 partnership. They won by 10 wickets. So these two batters have to get going like that today if they want to chase this big total down. Now Dunkley has gotten off the mark with a single. Elise Perry is back on strike. Third ball of the innings. Oh, Perry comes down the wicket, gets the outside edge. It past the keeper and that runs away for 4. So the first boundary of the innings, not in the most convincing fashion, but Elise Perry gets off the mark with a boundary. This time again, Perry comes down the wicket, threads the gap through the offside and another boundary here. So back-to-back boundaries from Elise Perry, and this is a good start from the Sydney Sixers. This time it's a quicker ball and Elise Perry punches it on the back foot towards covers. Another dot ball. Last ball of the over. Comes down the wicket, drives it. Oh, it goes through. A chance of run out here. Has Dunkley made it back? What a throw. I think it was on target. Dunkley might have just made it back, I think. The Scorchers are celebrating. It was a big dive and Dunkley has made it back. Dunkley has made it back, so a single to finish that over. Very risky single there, straight away in the first over. So a decision will be not out. 10 runs came from that over and the Sydney Sixers women are 10 without loss after 1 over. So it was an interesting decision for Amy Edgar to open the bowling. Normally Chloe Ainsworth will be bowling the first over. Now she's bowling the second over for the Perth Scorchers women. Elise Perry is on strike. That's short and wide. Perry cuts it away towards covers and picks up another quick single to start the over. Sophia Dunkley is back on strike. Comes down the wicket and flat bats it down the ground past mid-on, and that runs away for 4. The Sophia Dunkley is also underway here with her first boundary. Beautifully flat batted it down the ground. The third ball of the over. Ooh, and this time defends it through the keeper. It's a dot ball from Ainsworth. Oh, comes down the wicket, swings and misses. It's another dot ball. It's a good delivery there from Chloe Ainsworth. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. It's short and wide. Dunkley cuts it away straight to covers. Another dot ball. The last ball of the over coming up. And Dunkley goes big, high in the air, clears the fielders. That'll run away for 4. The second boundary of the over ends the over with a boundary. 9 runs came from that over, and the Sydney Sixers women are 19 without loss after 2 overs. So Sophie Devine is the new bowler into the attack now for the Scorchers. Elise Perry is on strike. Comes down the wicket, drives it towards covers. Again a dot ball to start the over. This time drives it again and finds the gap. That'll go towards deep extra covers. Elise Perry picks up another couple of runs. Now the Sixers fans in the crowd. Ooh, full again. Perry looking to flick it away, gets the leading edge. Will pick up another single. So Dunkley is back on strike. Ooh, gives herself room. and cuts it down the ground to mid-on. It's another dot ball. Ooh, looking to flick it away again, leading edge to covers. Another quick single taken. One more delivery left in this over. The last ball of the over. It's been stumped, Izzy. They're going to have a look upstairs. Perry lost her balance initially. Is this the first wicket for the Scorchers? No big celebrations. I think Perry has made it back. They'll have a look though. Came down the wicket there, Perry. Keeper is standing up to the stumps for a particular reason. And Perry has made it back. She lost her balance, but she has made it back into her crease in time. So it will be not out. And a dot ball to finish that over. 4 runs came from that over. And the Sydney Sixers women are 23 without loss after 3 overs. So Chloe Ainsworth continuing into her second over. Dunkley is on strike. So swings and misses again. Another dot ball to start the over. Dunkley is just swinging it. Swinging it blindly. Second ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket. Goes for the big shot, but hits it down the ground to long on. And picks up another single. Oh, that shot onto the body there. Perry pulls it down the ground to mid-on. And another dot ball here. Again swinging back in, cut away by Perry towards covers and picks up another single. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Dunkley is back on strike. Comes down the wicket, clears mid-off. Oh, got a hand on it. But it's gone over mid-off and that'll run away for 4. Really good effort there at mid-off by Sophie Devine. Got a hand on it but couldn't get hold of it. And Dunkley picks up her 3rd boundary in this innings. The last ball of the over. And Dunkley goes high in the air again. This time around, no timing. Fielder, puts it down. Alana King puts it down at deep extra covers. Goodness gracious. Dunkley picks up another single to finish the over. How costly is that going to be for the Scorchers? We have to wait and watch. 7 runs came from that over, and the Sydney Sixers women are 30 without loss after 4 overs. Well, 2 chances and 2 balls, we can say probably. That ball which went for 4, Devine made a good effort, got a hand on it. Then the next ball, Alana King dropping a simple catch. Sophie Devine now continuing into her second over. Dunkley is on strike. Going for the cut shot there, asking for a wide, but doesn't get it. The dot ball to start the over. That's on the pads, flicked away, and that runs away for 4. Very quick outfield at the North Sydney Oval. Ball races across the outfield, and Dunkley picks up another boundary. Oh, this time Dunkley gives herself room. I think it was a little bit of a slow ball from Devine. Defended by Dunkley. And another dot ball. Three more deliveries left in this over. That's swept away again, past the fielder for 4. No one there at deep square leg. And she's targeting that area continuously. Picks up another boundary in this over. Second boundary in this over for Dunkley. She is looking good for the Sixers now. This time again on the pads, flicked away towards short square leg. And Dunkley picks up another quick single. One more delivery left in this over. Perry is back on strike. The last ball of the over coming up. That's a full delivery. Perry drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball to finish the over. So 9 runs came from that over, and the Sydney Sixers women are 39 without loss after 5 overs. So there's a bowling change here. Alana King is the new bowler into the attack now for the Perth Scorchers women. Sophia Dunkley is on strike. It's a quicker ball. Dunkley flicks it away towards deep mid wicket. And picks up another single to start the over. So Elise Perry is on strike. Comes down the wicket and Perry flicks it away towards square leg and picks up another single. Comes down the wicket again, flicks it away. Oh, direct hit, but Dunkley has made it back long time ago. Picks up another single. What a clash this is turning out to be. Two strong teams matching each other. Fourth ball of the over coming up. That's a beautiful delivery. Perry comes down the wicket, drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Required run rate nearing 10 again. This is the problem in women's T20 cricket. When the required run rate goes up, are they able to match it by hitting boundaries and sixes? That will be the important thing. Oh, kept low there. Perry going for the cut shot. Misses it. This is fantastic bowling from Alana King. The last ball of the over. And that's cut away by Perry towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to finish the over. The 4 runs came from that over and Sydney Sixers women are 43 without loss after 6 overs. So Amy Edgar is back into the attack now. Perry comes down the wicket, drives it straight to point. Again a dot ball to start the over. Pressure building here. Pressure building on both these batters. They have 10 wickets in hand, but the required run rate is increasing. Go straight down the ground. That's what they needed. 1 bounce, 4. That's what the Sydney Sixers badly wanted. Elise Perry produces the boundary. So Edgar now coming around the wicket to Elise Perry. And comes down the wicket, it heaves it leg side, it's in the gap. Oh, I think the fielder has touched the boundary there at deep mid wicket. They'll have a look at it, a couple of runs completed. But the fielder touched the boundary, I think. Which will mean that it will be 4. And it will be... Well, you need to have a look at that again. Well, this is going to be a big moment here. So it is given as 4 and the 50 comes up for the Sydney Sixers with that boundary. This time a full toss. Perry comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. Oh, it's another full delivery. Dunkley flicks it away towards square leg. Another single here. One more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over. Full toss. That's flicked away beautifully. Beats the fielder at deep mid wicket for 4. So 3 boundaries in that over from Perry. Ends the over with a boundary. 14 runs came from that over. And the Sydney Sixers women are 57 without loss after 7 overs. So Alana King is continuing from the other end. 13 overs, 127. Still looking tough though. Sophia Dunkley is on strike. He'll be waiting for the tossed up delivery, I think. Come down the wicket. That's exactly what she got, but inside edge onto the pads. And a dot ball to start the over. She got the delivery which was tossed up, but premeditatedly came down the wicket there. Full toss. Dunkley flicks it away towards deep mid wicket. Little fumble there, but doesn't cost anything extra, just a single. And this time it in the air and it's put down, is it? No, it's taken. I thought in the air it was put down a little, but the catch has been taken at mid-wicket. Ruby Strange completes the catch. And the first wicket goes down for the Sydney Sixers. Elise Perry feeling the pressure. Hitting it in the air. A simple catch at mid-wicket. And they've broken the opening partnership. It's Alana King who provides the breakthrough for the Scorchers. There's more pressure now on the Sixers with the required run rate about 10. Told you, women's T20 cricket. Elise Perry is gone after scoring 29 runs from 22 balls. And Sydney Sixers women are 58 for 1 after 7.3 overs. So Alyssa Healy is the new batter to the crease for Sydney Sixers. Nowadays, no expectations from Alyssa Healy. She's been out of form with the bat, out of form behind the stumps as well as a keeper. She's on strike now. Has tossed up, driven towards deep extra covers, and Alyssa Healy gets off the mark with a single. It's a quicker ball. Dunkley defends it on the back foot. Another dot ball. The last ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket, flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Elise Perry. Sydney Sixers women are 60 for 1 after 8 overs. So Chloe Ainsworth is back into the attack. Very interesting decision. Into her third over now. Dunkley is on strike. Well, go straight down the ground. Oh, good effort at long on. Couldn't take the catch. Couple of runs from Sophia Dunkley to start the over. In fact, it just landed short of the fielder at long on there. Second ball of the over coming up. And Dunkley goes offside, finds the gap. That runs away for 4. Much needed for the Sydney Sixers. Dunkley picks up her 6th boundary in this innings. This time it's bludgeoned straight down the ground past mid-off and another boundary. Raining boundaries from Dunkley. Back-to-back boundaries. This time hitting it straight back past the bowler. Important boundaries for the Sydney Sixers women. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Keeper has come up to the stumps. Mooney has come up to the stumps. That's a full delivery. Dunkley flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single here. So Alyssa Healy is back on strike. How's Boulder? What a beauty that is from Ainsworth. Goes through the defenses of Alyssa Healy and the second wicket goes down. I told you, no expectations from Alyssa Healy. There is a reason why she has gone unsold. She has been out of form with the bat, out of form with the gloves as well behind the stumps. I think her priorities have changed recently. She's actively involved in a YouTube podcast in Australia, I guess. So the focus is shifting for her. Her good days in cricket have come to an end, I guess, which is a very sad thing. Alyssa Healy is gone after scoring just 1 run from 2 balls, and Sydney Sixers women are 71 for 2 after 8.5 overs. So Ash Gardner is the new batter to the crease, and if Sydney Sixers are to have any more further chances in this match, Gardner has to do something special. The big hitter of the ball can hit some sixes at will. 2,724 runs in her WBBL career so far. Last ball of the over coming up. That's edged towards deep third man, and Gardner gets off the mark with a single to finish that over. So 12 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Alyssa Healy. And Sydney Sixers women are 72 for 2 after 9 overs. So Ruby Strange is the new bowler into the attack for the Perth Scorchers women. They have variety in their bowling. Ash Gardner is on strike. That's a wide down the leg side to start. Has to reload that one again. Gardner is a big hitter of the ball. They need all those big hits now. Oh, that's driven in the air just wide of the bowler towards mid-off. And another dot ball from Ruby Strange. It's a full delivery. Gardner drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. The other day, Melbourne Stars needed 88 to win from 10 overs with 9 wickets in hand. They couldn't chase that. Today, it's a tougher equation for Sydney Sixers. As Dunkley goes big, not enough power in it. Fielder will take the catch. And another wicket goes down. It looks like the Scorchers are dominating this game as well. They just seem to be picking up the wickets at the right time in every single match. Dunkley has to depart. And the Sixers are crumbling here. Ruby Strange gets the breakthrough. Sophia Dunkley is gone after scoring 41 runs from 30 balls. And the Sydney Sixers women are 74 for 3 after 9.3 overs. And it's also the time for the drinks break. So we come to the end of the drinks break at the halfway mark of this innings. The Sydney Sixers women are struggling here. 76 for 3 after 10 overs, required run rate more than 10. Gardner is still there, but she doesn't have support. Amelia Kerr is not a power hitter as far as I have seen her so far. You need power hitters like Karen Pollard and Nicholas Pooran in this situation. You won't get those power hitters in women's cricket. You won't get many of them. There are a few people though. There are a few players like Nadine de Klerk, Chinelle Hendry, even Ash Gardner for that matter, Lizelle Lee. Those kind of batters can hit sixes. You need batters who can hit sixes at will. And unfortunately in women's cricket the proportion is very low actually. 10 overs left, 108 runs needed. Scorchers have 1 foot in the final. Amy Edgar is continuing into her third over. Well, Amelia Kerr goes straight down the ground and that'll run away for 4. So she's saying she can also play some shots. But I saw her in the Women's World Cup, she was only defending, not playing any shots. That's why I thought she's not a hitter. This time Amelia Kerr flicks it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. We saw her in the Women's World Cup, she was only defending. She was not hitting the boundaries. The defense is not going to work in this situation. Now Gardner comes down the wicket and hits it down the ground to long on for another single. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. That's on the pads. Another single for Amelia Kerr. Flicks it away towards deep mid wicket. Oh, another good delivery here. Another dot ball. What an over this is. Just 7 runs. Still the target is above 100. Was a missed stumping opportunity there. But the required run rate is above 11 now. Last ball of the over. That's on the pads. Flicked away by Gardner. That will run away for 4. So finally, Gardner picks up the boundary. Her first boundary in this innings. At least will release some pressure. 11 runs came from that over, and the Sydney Sixers women are 87 for 3 after 11 overs. So 9 overs left, 97 needed for Sydney Sixers women. Ruby Strange is continuing into her second over. Amelia Kerr is on strike. That's on the pads. Amelia Kerr flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. It's a full delivery again. Gardner flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. It's another full ball. Amelia Kerr drives it down the ground to long on for another single here. These singles are not helping. Boundaries are very important. Full again. Gardner drives it down the ground. Picks up another single. So even Ash Gardner playing the waiting game here, which is a little surprising. Required run rate above 11. That's full. Driven again by Amelia Kerr towards deep extra covers for another single. This is a good over from Ruby Strange. 5 runs, 5 singles in this over. Even Gardner is not finding the boundaries regularly when it's needed. The last ball of the over coming up. That swung away from Gardner. First real signs of aggression and good fielding at deep square leg. Gardner will pick up another couple of runs to finish the over. The 7 runs came from that over, and Sydney Sixers women are 94 for 3 after 12 overs. So Chloe Ainsworth now is into her last over. 8 overs, 90 needed. Amelia Kerr is on strike. Comes down the wicket, hits it towards mid-on and picks up another single to start the over. The Sixers need a big over at this situation. Comes down the wicket, drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Ainsworth. It's a full delivery. Swings leg side as Gardner picks up another single. Just the singles here. Singles are not helping. Required run rate nearing 12. Comes down the wicket there. Amelia Kerr cuts it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. This time Gardner gives herself room, drives it towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. What an over this is from Ainsworth. Just 4 runs coming from this over. This is the problem in women's T20 cricket. You don't have the batters who hit sixes when it's needed the most. That is why these kind of run chasers more often than not is defended. These kind of scores. Last ball of the over. That's cut away. Good fielding at point. And another dot ball to finish the over. Just 4 runs came from that over, and Sydney Sixers women are 98 for 3 after 13 overs. So Lily Mills is the new bowler into the attack now for the Scorchers. The pressure is building on the Sixers. I don't know what is going to happen. Ash Gardner is on strike. That shot pulled away by Gardner. Not much power in it. Towards deep square leg and picks up another single. This time Amelia Kerr again flicks it away towards deep mid wicket. They're pushing for 2. Can't get it. Just a single. 100 comes up for Sydney Sixers. 100 comes up in 13.2 overs. The required run rate is 12.60. Comes down the wicket, pulls it away leg side. 1 bounce to deep mid wicket. Another single. So Ash Gardner, even with that power, not able to find the boundaries here. Goes for a slog sweep, hits it down the ground towards long on, no power at all. Another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. Gardner goes big and goes all the way. All the way is it? Yes, it is. Finally, the first 6 of this innings. It's coming in the 14th over from Ash Gardner after a long time. This time it's a full delivery and Gardner drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over and the Sydney Sixers women are 109 for 3 after 14 overs. The power surge has been activated here. 75 needed from the last 6 overs for the Sydney Sixers women. They need another big over here. Sophie Devine is back into the attack. Into her 3rd over. Gardner is on strike. And swings leg side. Gardner towards deep mid wicket. And picks up another single. Oh, short ball. Amelia Kerr gives herself room, goes for the cut shot. Not able to make connection. They're going upstairs for the stumping as well. Gonna have a look at this one. Well, Amelia Kerr has made it back, so it will be not out. In this situation, you want Gardner to be on strike more than Amelia Kerr. You need plenty of sixes if you want to get over the line. Well, it's a no ball and a free hit here. Sophie Devine. Oh my goodness. Free hit delivery coming up. The wrong batter is on strike as far as I am concerned, because Amelia Kerr is not a power hitter. Free hit delivery. Comes down the wicket, hits it straight down the ground and clears mid off, and that runs away for 4. So why can't Amelia Kerr do this consistently? That will be another question. If you can hit boundaries like that, hit it more consistently. A boundary of the free hit. This time it's short and wide, cut away again. Another boundary for Amelia Kerr. Back-to-back boundaries. And is this the over that releases some pressure for the Sixers? This time Amelia Kerr flicks it away towards deep square leg and picks up another single. So Gardner is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. That shot pulled away by Gardner. So hard towards deep mid wicket. And picks up another single. Last ball of the over. Well, that's cut away, short and wide, cut away by Amelia Kerr, another boundary. So 3 boundaries in that over. Brings the equation under 60. 16 runs came from that over. And the Sydney Sixers women still alive. 125 for 3 after 15 overs, needing 59 to win from the last 5 overs. So Alana King is back into the attack now. 50 partnership comes up between Amelia Kerr and Ash Gardner. A partnership of 51 from 34 balls is still giving some hope to the Sydney Sixers. Now Ash Gardner is on strike. 5 overs, 59 needed. They need another big over here. Comes down the wicket, swings it leg side towards deep mid wicket. Oh, good fielding at deep mid wicket. And a couple of runs for Ash Gardner. The second ball of the over. Goes straight down the ground. Fielder takes the catch. And that's the big one. Gardner has to go here. What a huge wicket for Alana King. She's been struggling for timing, Ash Gardner. But her presence at the crease was giving some hope for the Sydney Sixers, because she has shown it before how big she can strike a cricket ball, but completely mistimed it. Sophie Devine is so angry, throws the ball away in anger. But Gardner has to go here. The fourth wicket goes down for the Sydney Sixers, and once again the game swings back to Scorchers. Ash Gardner is gone after scoring 26 runs from 21 balls, and Sydney Sixers women are 127 for 4 after 15.2 overs. So Maitland Brown is the new batter to the crease for the Sydney Sixers women. Somehow though, Gardner didn't get her timing at all, only hit 1-6 in her innings. Comes down the wicket and Brown drives it towards mid-off, another dot ball. Oh, looking to flick it away. It's gone off the pads towards third man. Leg by single for Maitland Brown. They need a lot of sixes there. Women's cricket lacks 6 hitters. Gardner was the one hope for hitting sixes. Even she is gone now. Comes down the wicket, it's a full toss, drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball here from Alana King. So last ball of the over coming up. Goes for the sweep. It's towards deep mid wicket. They'll push for 2. And that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs to finish the over, but an excellent over from Alana King. 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Ash Gardner. The Sydney Sixers women in all kinds of problems. 130 for 4 after 16 overs. So Amy Edgar is back into the attack. 54 needed from 4 overs is a lost cause in women's T20 cricket. Absolutely lost cause. Maitland Brown is on strike. It's big heave, leg side, inside edge onto the pads. And again a dot ball to start the over. Comes down the wickets, hits it straight back past the bowler. That'll run away for 4. Much needed boundary. Maitland Brown gets off the mark with a boundary. Straight back past the bowler. This time cut away through the field. Another boundary. So back-to-back boundaries here. Not quite well timed, but the fielder made a mess of it at points. Valuable runs for Sydney Sixers women. This time a fantastic Yorker. Maitland Brown comes down the wicket, drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Goes offside. It's in the gap again. Would you believe it? Another boundary. 3 boundaries in the over for Maitland Brown. They need another boundary to finish it, to make it a really good over. Last ball of the over. That's swept away. It's towards deep square leg. And it's good fielding at deep square leg. So another couple of runs to finish the over. So 14 runs came from that over. And the Sydney Sixers women are 144 for 4 after 17 overs. So Alana King now into her last over. Amelia Kerr is on strike. 3 overs, 40 needed. Comes down the wicket, cuts it straight to covers. That's not helping anything at all. Dot ball to start. It's only helping the Scorchers. This time it's pulled in the air, down the ground to long on. Picks up another single. Oh, it's been stumped, I think, here. They're going to go upstairs to the third umpire. But I think Maitland Brown knows. Maybe she has lost balance there. And I think Alana King has got another one. We'll just have a look upstairs. 39 from 16 is still gettable, but no power hitters, unfortunately, for the Sydney Sixers. Yes, Maitland Brown has to go. She's been stumped behind by Beth Mooney. So it's going to be another wicket. Out it is. So the 5th wicket goes down, and I think that might be a blessing in disguise for the Sydney Sixers, because Maitland Brown, I don't know how capable she is to hit sixes. She's gone after scoring 14 runs from 9 balls. And the Sydney Sixers women are 145 for 5 after 17.3 overs. So Maddie Villiers is the new batter to the crease, can hit some boundaries. We've seen that. 39 needed from 15 now. Three more deliveries left in this over. Well, that's a wide down the leg side. It's gone past fine leg, and that's 4 more. No, it's not a wide. It's given as leg buys. 4 leg buys. A boundary here for Maddie Villiers. This time again, Maddie Villiers comes down the wicket and hits it towards long on. Picks up another single. 150 comes up for the Sydney Sixers women. 150 comes up in 17.5 overs. Still 34 needed from the last 13 balls. Last ball of the over. And Amelia Kerr sweeps it to the fence. Is it? Yes. Beats deep mid wicket and goes into the fence for 4. 10 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Maitland Brown. The Sydney Sixers women are 154 for 5 after 18 overs, needing 30 to win from the last 2. So it looks like Sophie Devine is going to be bowling the penultimate over for the Perth Scorchers women. 30 needed from the last two. The Sixers need an extremely big over here to keep hopes alive. Maddie Villiers is on strike. Here's Sophie Devine now with the penultimate over. That's a full delivery. It's driven down the ground to long on. Picks up another single to start the over. 29 from 11 now. Sixes only. They need sixes here. Possibly 3 sixes. Expecting too much from these batters, I think. Comes down the wicket, cuts it in the air and put down at covers. But it's not going to matter anyways. Because unless the Sixers batters clear the boundary, it's Scorchers who are going to go through to the final. It's a dot ball here from Sophie Devine at this stage. Moves across her stumps, pulls it away leg side. One bounce to deep mid wicket. Just a single for Amelia Kerr. This is the problem. This is exactly the problem. You don't have 6 hitters. Where are your 6 hitters? Maddie Villiers is back on strike. And that's a wide. Wide outside the off stump. And the first bouncer for the over as well. This time, Maddie Villiers goes straight down the ground. Long on is there. 1 bounce to long on. Picks up another single. That's not helping at all. 26 from 8. It's becoming tougher and tougher here. Amelia Kerr, unfortunately, is not a power hitter. So neither is Maddie Villiers. They can hit boundaries. But to expect them to score at this required run rate is expecting too much as Amelia Kerr goes big. Oh, 1 bounce into the boundary for 4. So finally something for the Sixers. Amelia Kerr finds the boundary. Still 1 ball left in this over. So 22 from 7 now. This last ball also, Sydney Sixers will need a boundary. Amelia Kerr is batting on 39 from 26 balls. Last ball of the over coming up. And that's cut away again. No power at all. It's towards deep extra covers. Amelia Kerr picks up another single to finish the over. So just 10 runs, just 9 runs came from that over from Sophie Devine. And Sydney Sixers women are 163 for 5 after 19 overs. .21 needed from the last over. Basically need 4 sixes. Lily Mills is going to be bowling the last over for the Perth Scorchers women. They have 1 foot in the final. I had told it in the innings break itself. I'm telling it now also. In fact, they have more than a 1 foot now. First ball of the last over. That's hit away leg side towards deep mid wicket. They'll push for 2. And they'll get there. Another couple of runs to start the over. 19 from 5 now. And they need sixers and nothing less. Sixers need sixers. Well, that's a top edge and a simple catch. Shed short fine leg. Another wicket goes down. Amelia Kerr is also walking back now. And the Scorchers getting closer here in this game. Lily Mills picks up the wicket. Amelia Kerr looking for the maximum. Too much to do actually. Hitting 1-6 in women's cricket is the hardest job, to be honest. So the Scorchers are getting closer. Sixers tried their best, but they're going to fall short, I think. Amelia Kerr is gone after scoring 42 runs from 29 balls. And Sydney Sixers women are 165 for 6 after 19.2 overs. Erin Burns is the new batter to the crease. Straight away goes for the slog sweep. 1 bounce to deep square leg. Picks up just a single. 18 from 3 now. It's over for the Sixers. It's the same pattern, isn't it? Win the toss, bowl first, concede 180, 170 against the Scorchers, and then struggle in the run chase. Maddie Villiers goes down the ground. 1 bounce to long on. Picks up just a single. That's it. 17 from 2. Mathematically done. The Scorchers are going to be in the final. They'll play against the Hobart Hurricanes. 2 more deliveries left in this innings. That's pulled away by Burns. 1 bounce towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single. It's over now. Heartbreak for the Sydney Sixers in their own home ground. Not able to get over the line. Last ball of the match. Comes down the wicket. Maddie Villiers goes high in the air. It will be in the gap. It will go for 4, but it doesn't matter one bit. They've crossed 170 with that boundary, but it's the Perth Scorchers who have won this match by 11 runs. And they are through to the final once again. What a team they have been. Beth Mooney, the god of WBBL, performing in every single match, along with Catty Mack as well. That opening partnership never fails to disappoint. And even the middle order as well, Sophie Devine, Freya Kemp, all those batters, they have done a fabulous job throughout this tournament. They even scored 180 odd runs against the Hobart Hurricanes, couldn't defend it. That was the one rare occasion where the Hobart Hurricanes chased it down quite easily. And Sydney Sixers and Melbourne Stars just couldn't do the same thing. Lacked firepower down the order. You need some big hitters down the order when you want to chase these big totals. With Alisa Haley struggling for form, Sophia Dunkley is an okayish kind of a player. Elise Perry, you never know on a given day whether you will perform or not. Gardner couldn't get going today. That is where I think the Sixers lost it completely. And in the end, the Perth Scorchers getting over the line. They have taken the hard route. They're coming through the eliminator and they have made it through to the final. There's Melbourne Stars and Sydney Sixers suffering heartbreaks. Time and again, I repeat, why the hell do you win the toss and bowl first when you're not able to chase these targets? a question only those teams can answer. And that is why I think in the final, it will be good for the Hobart Hurricanes if they lose the toss, because only then they will bat first. Because if Hobart Hurricanes wins the toss, they will also commit the same mistake in the final. They will also bowl first. Again, Scorchers will score 180 plus. Yes, the Hurricanes have chased down 187 before in the group stage. But whether they can repeat it in the final, you can't chase 187 every day in women's cricket. That is also another barrier which is there. So in that case, Hobart Hurricanes, it will be better if they can lose the toss in the final. So we need to see how that goes. But they have won this match here. Perth Scorchers have won this match by 11 runs. They are through to the final. It's going to be Perth Scorchers women taking on the Hobart Hurricanes women. It's going to be a cracker of a final for sure. The two best teams in the final, deserved teams in the final, to be honest. Hobart Hurricanes have been unstoppable in the group stage, and Perth Scorchers have become unstoppable in the knockouts here. They're just outbatting teams for fun. So that is going to be interesting to see. Unfortunately for the Sixers though, their tournament is done. They tried their best. They had a good campaign actually, but that is what knockout cricket is all about. One bad day and your tournament will be over. It's a very, very harsh. The sport is very, very harsh at times. Sophia Dunkley scored 41 from 30 balls. Elise Perry 29 from 22. Amelia Kerr actually played well with the limited capabilities which she had. She scored 42 from 29. But the required run rate was always too much. It was going out of reach every single time. So very difficult to match with the required run rate. The pick of the bowlers though for the Perth Scorchers women was Alana King with her 3 for 17 in her 4 overs. Outstanding spell from her. Also picked up the big wicket of Gardner. That won it for the Scorchers. So Perth Scorchers women win this match by 11 runs. They are through to the final. We'll be back on Saturday to cover the final between Saturday, isn't it? I need to check the day actually. No, I think today is Thursday. Yeah, final is on Saturday. Yeah, we'll be back on Saturday to cover the final, which is the December 13th. Perth Scorchers women will be taking on the Hobart Hurricanes women to see who is crowned champions of WBBL 2025. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys, cheers and have a good day.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.